I want to share with you in this video my most addictive fragrances from a fragrance collection that's over 600 bottles back there, right behind me, nearly 700 now. Yeah, I think I'm the only regular person who has a collection that big, unless of course there are perfume tycoons, brand owners, and you know, people like that who have much bigger collections, but I'm probably the only average person to have this big of a crazy collection. Out of that many fragrances, you guys, I can honestly say I have a little over a couple of handfuls here on my table that I can't stop reaching for or sniffing because they're so addictive. By addictive, I mean these are fragrances that I can't keep my hands off. I'm constantly, if I'm not wearing them, I'm constantly going to my perfume display and smelling them and sniffing them. And when I sniff them, I just keep sniffing them like, you know, like I can't put them down. And when I wear them, I can't stop spraying them throughout the day, even though I don't need to. Most of them don't need to be resprayed at all. I just want to smell it more. I just can't stop it. There's this addictive quality, like I suppose a drug, you know. This is probably what drugs are like to drug addicts. You just want to just like, you know, keep sniffing them, and some of them are you just want to eat them. And no, this doesn't mean that they're all gourmand fragrances. Gourmand fragrances are fragrances that have edible smelling notes that smell like kind of food, certain type of very good smelling, delicious food. No. It doesn't mean that these are gourmand fragrances. Yes, I have some gourmand fragrances here, but it's more than that. Like every category you get addictive fragrances, not just gourmand fragrances. I mean, in florals you could get addictive fragrances. In chypres you could get addictive fragrances. There are addictive fragrances in every category, so I have them right here to share with you. I've got niche, I've got designer, and these, oh, but I just can't stop sniffing. I can't stop wearing it. If you want to find out what they are, all you have to do is just keep on watching. Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video about all things that smell good. This is take 2. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm breaking my promise, or I feel like it anyway, and not keeping up with my New Year's resolution. I missed my upload date because this video I filmed, and when I checked it, I'm dealing with a new camera. The footage was wrong, the sound was off, and I had to discard it. And I'm refilming today. I didn't have any other time to refilm, so I'm so sorry about that, but I'm here, okay? Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm still trying to nail down the 2 upload dates. I wonder, now that we're all kind of going back to work in person most of the time, would it be better if I uploaded one on Saturday, one on Sunday, back to back? Would that be something good for you guys, since you probably watch YouTube on weekends nowadays? You know, it's spending a lot more time on the road, so you are too tired to watch YouTube when you get home. I don't know, right? As opposed to when you work from home, you could get off work and, you know, you're not that tired. You can get to your entertainment right away. Anyway, is that what you want? Or do you want me to keep the schedule I proposed in my first video of the year, which is Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. Let me know down in the comment section. Okay, well, let's jump right into my most addictive fragrances and just get ready for me making some unholy noises and me just not stopping sniffing these fragrances because it's about to get weird, okay? So anyway, this is what I want to start this video with, because I would say this is probably the most addictive fragrance right now in my collection. I don't want to even open the cap. The moment I open the cap, I'm gonna just start sniffing it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. this one is the most delicious, sexy, gorgeous, beautiful. Use all the adjectives, okay? Everything you want a perfume to be on a woman is what this is. There's my mouth watering right away. Yes, this has some Gourmand notes, but I wouldn't necessarily call this a Gourmand fragrance per se. This is Maraschino, by the way, by Sospiro. Look at this gorgeous light red velvet. This bottle I love too. I'm addicted to the bottle as well. I can't stop sniffing this perfume. Every time I go to my perfume display, I pick up these addictive ones and I just start sniffing and I can't stop myself. This is the fragrance that smells like maraschino cherries that you put on your cocktails, okay? It's very syrupy cherry-like fragrance. Of course, there are a ton more notes. There's actually not a maraschino cherry note in here. What's in here is, I think, a red cherry note mixed with other fruity notes. I believe there's like strawberry too. There's some other fruity notes that really mix together, get that perfect syrupy maraschino scent, okay? And this has floral notes like heliotrope and a bunch of other, there are a ton of notes in this fragrance. I'm not gonna bore you with all of it. I can't remember them all or smell them all either. Of course, this has a little bit of almond with that very herbal twist, you know, that adds that like marzipan almondy smell to it. I almost said taste because see what scent does to you. My mouth is salivating, watering. This is so gorgeous. This is a win-win-win-win-win all around because this smells so addictive that you just can't stop sniffing it, can't put it down. It's also a compliment getter, not just addictive, okay? Also a compliment getter. It performs so well, lasts forever and ever and ever, and projects so well. And it's not offensive, though it is strong and permeating. And it's one of those fragrances that my husband just goes, oh no, you know, for, I mean, it's a win overall. Like, I'm addicted to it, my husband's addicted to it. It's a compliment getter, it lasts forever, it projects so well. I mean, you can't ask for anything more from a fragrance, you guys. This is like an overall winner. I mean, this may as well be a crown, you know, not a cap. So, oh my gosh. You have to have this perfume in your collection. I never say have to. You don't have to have anything. I mean, actually, you don't have to have this either. But if I were to say you must have a perfume, this is one of them, okay? Add it to your collection because it's an overall, all-around winner. My husband actually went like, oh my God, and, you know, said some expletives after that, like, because it's that good, okay? It's almost down to here now. I recently got it only last year, like a few months ago, and I'm already putting a dent. This is almost like an all year round fragrance, even though it's very strong and cuts through cold weather, so you can wear it in cold weather. You can wear it in spring, which is, I think, the best time for it. And you can actually even wear it in warm weather, but just make sure to wear it at nighttime. It's not an offensive fragrance, so you're not gonna offend anybody. Oh my goodness, okay? I got that from Lucky Scent, and I have a standing discount code with Lucky Scent. It's 10 Cleo, not Cleo 10. It's 10 first and then Cleo. So yeah, if you want a 10% off that, you can get discounts on that brand very easily. And even if you did, not that one, because that's a new release. Another one that is so addictive. Oh my goodness. This one. Oh, I could smell this all day long, you guys. This smells like a delicious smelling, sexy, attractive, fashionable woman. When I first smelled this fragrance, so this, I tell this story every time I talk about this perfume on my channel, probably getting tired of it if you're like a regular watcher, okay? But when I first received this fragrance, I opened it up and I smelled it and I was like, oh my gosh. And I sniffed it for like 20 minutes straight. I couldn't put it down. And then I pictured this well-dressed Parisian woman in like this like pinstripe, like pencil skirt and the matching jacket, and you know, she was wearing a hat, and then she was carrying these designer bags with, you know, she had just gone shopping in Paris, and she enters this pastry shop and is eating this strawberry shortcake type of like strawberry dessert. That's what I pictured. Funny, ironically, right after I filmed, or in the middle of filming, I noticed that the perfume house had sent a card with information on it, and that described an almost exact scenario on it. It talked about a stylish Parisian woman, I think, also, that walks into a pastry shop, I think was also, they said the same thing, and was knocked off a cream cake, and now the place smells like this, something like. So it was a very similar visual that they were describing, which I thought was crazy, because it definitely invokes that. So this is what you're gonna smell like when you wear this, okay? Not to mention you won't be able to stop sniffing it. Oh my gosh, compliment getter, so good. This smells like almost like strawberry shortcake-ish, not exactly, but this doesn't have strawberry, I don't think. This actually has a very creamy fig milk note in here, and it has like bunch of other notes. I don't remember all the notes, but this is definitely lactonic vibes with some fruity notes. My gosh, you guys, it's so good. Naydo is a very, I think, new niche, French niche fragrance house. And you're not going to get a discount anywhere for this except from the fragrance house. I don't think this is even available in, you know, usual big sellers like even Lucky Scent, I don't think. I do have a discount code with the fragrance house. It's Cleo 10. This, you guys, I was one of the first people to review this when it was a brand new release, and I reviewed it, and immediately after everybody else and their dog reviewed it, and it went viral. Okay, and I feel like I started it. Oh my gosh, everybody started reviewing it, and then it went viral, and it sold out a few times, and they've restocked, I think, since then. Oh my god, my discount code with them is Cleo 10, I think. I will list and link everything down below for you with discount codes. Let me talk about these other two cherry fragrances. Okay, so right here by Tom Ford. Tom Ford's DNA tends to be addictive, actually. This is why Tom Ford has like very diehard fans, like for particular fragrances. But these two particular fragrances in my hand, these two cherry fragrances, it's actually, it comes from a cherry trio. Cherry Smoke isn't as addictive in my opinion, but these two are the addictive ones. Obviously the well-known Lost Cherry, which started the whole cherry craze, okay? Cherry movement, I should say, because every fragrance house and their dog started to make cherry fragrances after this one went viral and crazy everywhere. Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, you guys. This is like a cherry liquor. It's a boozy cherry. It's a black cherry as opposed to a red cherry like it was in Maraschino. It's not a very light cherry. This is very deep, dark cherry dipped in booze. It's like a, you know, like a cherry dipped in like brandy or a bourbon, like bourbon cherry type of thing. Very boozy cherry with a balsamic feel to it, which is super, super sultry. Very addictive. This has like some balsamic notes, maybe Tolo balsam, I think it was. There's like vanilla and tonka bean. There are a bunch of other notes in here. All add up to this super addictive cherry scent that is so, oh my gosh, divine, 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 divine. Lost Cherry, popular for a reason, okay? The hype is real. And this one, Electric Cherry, this is a particularly attractive one to my husband. He goes, one of those fragrances that makes him go. He actually likes cherry fragrances on me, especially these three particular ones. Here, Maraschino is his favorite. This is a close second. I know this used to be his favorite cherry fragrance on me. This does something to men, you know, like this is this again light cherry, more like a red cherry or sour cherry. I can almost smell like cherry blossoms. because that cherry, light cherry mixed with the floral notes like jasmine, I think, gives it almost like a cherry blossomy scent to it. Oh my gosh, so pretty. This is perfect for like the crispy, cool spring weather more than anything else. I think so addictive. Again, I can't, do you guys notice that these ones I can't stop sniffing? Oh, there's something so addictive about it. You can't put them down, you know? Anyway, oh my gosh, I've got to talk about this one right here. This is, of course, the mother of all Gourmand fragrances. This is like a masterpiece, a Gourmand masterpiece. This is Xerjoff Italica, you guys. You know this is delicious. Now, this is an example of a very delicious Gourmand fragrance that is super addictive, okay? This is perfect for cold weather. This is like one of my favorite fragrances to wear on date night. My husband finds it absolutely delicious. I actually thought when I first got this, he wouldn't like it because it's very sweet. It's one of those super sweet fragrances, but yet not too achingly so, not in a way it gives a headache. It's very deeply sweet, but in a very delicious way, like in a very dessert kind of way, but still very sexy, musky perfume kind of way too, if that makes any sense to you. This one, you guys, smells like an almond biscotti dipped in milk, sprayed with musk, if that gives you any visual at all. No, this doesn't literally smell like food. It doesn't literally smell like biscotti, no. But it smells like a perfume version of that, and it's so delicious. Ooh, it's like sugar cookies. It's so delicious and so addictive. You can't stop sniffing it. This is one of those fragrances that I just want to eat. Okay, you can't. It's toxic. Okay, don't be drinking or eating your perfumes. Anyway, this is so addictive. You know, I can't put down this one of those opaque bottles. I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure I'm like down to here from the sound of it. Oh my God, so good. Same with my Naydo. I can't tell how far I'm down. I'm really worried that because this is a nice flat bottle that I actually carry this around with me, that you don't need a decant with this because, you know, it's flat and very slick. You can put it in your purse. I'm worried that I'll drink this up, the juice, and I wouldn't even know I'm running out because I can't see how far down I am. Okay. Oh, Xerjoff, you can get a Lucky Scent or Twisted Lily too, I think. For both, I have discounts with Lucky Scents. It's 10 Cleo. For Twisted Lily, it's Cleo 10. Okay. So anyway, check the description box. Oh my gosh. Here's another one of my favorite babies in the world. This. Okay. If Audrey Hepburn was alive, she would make this her signature scent because she loved sweet orange blossom scents. And I know if she were alive, she would make this her scent, her signature scent. Her signature scents were Kriegler, English Promenade, which was a sweet cherry blossom, not cherry blossom, sweet orange blossom fragrance. And also L'Entretien, the original was orange blossom and tuberose. So she was a very much a white floral kind of girl with a bit of sweetness. This, you guys, is a whole nother level, okay? It's a whole nother level. This smells so... The orange blossom in here smells like a candied orange blossom. There's something very syrupy about the mandarin orange that's in here that makes the orange blossom almost smell like candy, like floral candy. And it has a little hint of green in there from petitgrain, and oh my gosh, there's like, I don't know if there's vanilla in here, but there's sweetness to it. It smells like sweet nectar of orange blossom, and you just can't stop wearing it, can't stop smelling it. When you wear it, you just want to respray, although you don't need to. It'll last all day, and it projects well. It's very unassuming because it's an orange blossom fragrance. You wouldn't think that it's addictive because there again, when you say addictive, most people picture very thick, heavy Gourmand fragrances. But no, see, this is a perfect example that addictive doesn't always mean edible smelling fragrances. This is a floral, right? And it smells so addictive, you just can't put it down, okay? So I have a story. So I was wearing this once to my dermatologist. I was in the waiting room and the nurse came to grab me and she was like, oh my God, it was you. I was wondering who smells so divine every time I came into this room to take patients back, and it was you. I actually suspected that it was you. You look like someone who smells good. And I'm like, well, thank you. And she ordered it then and there, and she couldn't stop sniffing me. She was like spellbound, okay? So this is such a gorgeous, fresh kind of fragrance too. So people love those type of fragrances. It's not only an addictive fragrance, but also it is a compliment getter, and one I cannot put down. I cannot put down. Okay, I've got an OG right here. I don't care if you think this is old news, but this is by far one of the most addictive fragrances I have ever smelled in my life. Yes, it is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. Do you see how much I've used it? Yum, 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 yum. When I wear this fragrance, this has some beautiful gourmand notes like marshmallow. It's very sweet. There's a good dose of vanilla. There's even slight bit of sugar, I think, but not in a tooth-aching way. It has orange blossom. Again, a very delicious smelling orange blossom fragrance, you guys. This, see, my mouth is watering. It smells so delicious. You can't put it down. When I wear this, I get loads of compliments. I once got a compliment in an airport bathroom. Like people were complimenting me left and right. My colleagues have complimented on this. This is so good. It's, again, not necessarily too much of a gourmand fragrance. It's got floral accents too, but very addictive. Now, not every fragrance that is gorgeous and number one in your collection, not every fragrance that is a compliment getter is addictive, you guys. There's a difference, okay? I'll give you a perfect example. You guys know in my almost 700 perfume collection back here, my number one fragrance that I consider almost my signature scent, if I could have a signature scent with this many fragrances, I can, is Kilian Rose Oud. Now that smells absolutely sexy, divine, use every adjective you know, amazing fragrance. It's number one in my collection in my eyes, but still it's not an addictive fragrance. It smells sexy, it's a huge compliment getter, but it's not addictive, right? Yeah, I do want to keep sniffing too, but not in the way it's like this where I'm like, you know, like I just, you know, there's something addictive about Kilian Love Don't Be Shy as opposed to Kilian Rose Oud, which is also a stunner. Okay, do you get the difference? What I mean? There's a difference. I mean, when I say addictive perfumes, I don't mean just compliment getters. I don't mean just number one sexy hot fragrances. They can be all those things, but have that addictive quality. If it makes sense, okay? To you guys. Now, one of the queens among all addictive fragrances is this right here. This is just the decant of it, or spray bottle. This is the master bottle. I'm not gonna waste this. I'm gonna put it down before I do something crazy to it because it's discontinued. Don't worry, I have another one that is a replacement that I'm gonna talk about. This is Guerlain Gourmand Coquin, you guys. Oh my gosh, I've never smelled a fragrance that is more addictive than this one. This has got that gourmand twist, but it's also a sexy and very romantic, beautiful rose fragrance, okay? Now, if I were Marie Antoinette, and I actually did smell good. You guys know that French royals and nobility back then did not smell good, though they had amazing perfumes, because they didn't bathe, because they were afraid of water. They thought water carried diseases. But if they did smell good and did bathe and wear perfumes instead of just wearing perfumes to cover up their stink. Now, if Marie Antoinette did smell good and had a perfume, a signature scent, I imagine her in this fragrance. This makes me feel like I can hear the music playing. I'm in Versailles and I am in the court of Louis XIV, okay? And that's how this makes me feel. And I'm one of those scandalous courtiers, like, you know, one of those women that the king has his eyes on, okay? That's what smells like. It doesn't mean it smells vintage. That's not what I mean. It's actually very, very timeless. Oh my gosh, this has rose and chocolate note. You guys, need I say more? Need I say more? I mean, leave it to Guerlain to kill it. There's this certain innovative quality about Guerlain fragrances that is unparalleled. Okay, innovation. Okay, now this is Gourmand Coquin that is discontinued, but they replaced it with Fève Gourmand. And yes, Guerlain says it's the same. No, it's not. They're not the same. I did a video on this comparing the two. Check it out if you missed it. I'll link it down below, or you can go to my channel's homepage and find the video by doing a little keyword search on the search box. No, there are lots of pundits out there telling you that these two smell the same. No, they don't, okay? My husband isn't even a perfume reviewer. He doesn't know notes. He doesn't know anything. But he smelled these two and said, he smelled this and he was like, oh my gosh. And he smelled this and said, this smells good too. And I said, this actually replaced this. It's supposed to be the same according to Guerlain. Some pundits out there. He's like, no, they're not the same. This smells a lot more divine. Yes, this smells good too, but that smells a lot more divine. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I will say this. The replacement Fève Gourmand is also very delicious, very, very addictive, and a compliment getter just like the other one. But they are different, okay? They have similar notes. They share notes like chocolate and rose, but it's not the same, and it couldn't be the same because this was a different perfumer than the one that created this. You can't copy it. Another perfumer's exact composition. It's you know, intellectual property, right? So no matter what Guerlain tells you, they're not the same. Okay, so yeah, Fève Gourmand is also beautiful. It's your consolation prize for the discontinued Gourmand Coquin. I'm gonna put those two together because the one is discontinued. Okay. Oh my gosh, here's another gorgeous, stunning fragrance that I cannot. It makes my eyes roll to the back of my head. And a perfume shouldn't be able to do that, you guys. Okay? Oh my gosh, this is Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison Crivelli. Okay, this Maison Crivelli fragrance house uses the most like high quality ingredients. They call them Orpor ingredients. They use like the top quality, like best ingredients. Oh my god, this smells like hibiscus nectar. Like if you live in a warm climate and you have hibiscus or shoe flower, as we call it where I come from, and you put your head in it and you see the nectar in the bottom of the flower, that sweet smell only like multiplied by 1,000, okay, is what this smells like. And no, this doesn't have hibiscus as a note in here. I think they got the note by mixing rose with spearmint, and there's a leather accord that the rose with spearmint and sweet bucket of vanilla. There's loads of vanilla in this fragrance that gives this nectar scent with the floral mixed with it and with the spearmint. And there's a leather accord in here that makes it so sexy and so luxurious. Oh my gosh, I can't stop sniffing it. I could smell it all day long, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna grind my teeth to a pulp like smelling these very addictive fragrances. I have 2 more left here. All right. Whew. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. Look at this bottle. I mean, I'm addicted to the bottle itself. Like, it looks like a bonbon. It makes me want to eat it. And it makes me want to eat it when I smell it. No, it's not a Gourmand. Oh. It is one of the sweetest, creamiest white floral fragrances that is amber. So it's an amber floral. But when I say amber, it's not your usual amber that you know that come in those fragrances that have like myrrh and incense. Not that type of deep, thick, dense amber at all. This is a very light, sweet, almost vanilla-like amber in here, which amber does have a little vanilla. So good. Oh my god, I can't stop sniffing it. This is Bvlgari Baciami. Baciami means kiss me in Italian, I think. Okay, Oh my gosh, this smells like sweet, creamy, white floral, ambery heaven. It smells so good. I can't stop looking at it or wearing it when I see it. When I do wear it, I keep respraying it, which you don't need to. It's quite nice and lasts and projects. And yes, a compliment getter. Oh my gosh, I can't stop it. Stop it. One last designer fragrance left. This beauty right here. Look at that dent. I just got it because it was a new release. This is from a fragrance line you will never suspect. This is from the Lancome L'Elixir line, but this smells nothing like the other L'Elixir fragrances because they're orange blossom kind of scented fragrances, whereas this goes in a completely different direction. This is very much a blue, purple, iris violet type fragrance, but the violet in here is very soft. It's not so powdery as iris, but it's more like violet, which is a little softer and sweeter. This smells like violet candy exploding in like violet smelling makeup powder. I don't know, like it's like candied violet exploding in violet candy. I don't know, that's what it smells like. It smells beautiful. There's a very beautiful like raspberry note in here that adds a very nice fruity touch to this that really like accentuate it. Oh my gosh, this is a huge man killer. Men love this fragrance. I feel like a sexy vixen dilettanteese kind of like person or a very sultry actress who's getting ready in front of a well-lit mirror putting on red lipstick because it has that makeup powder lipstick kind of vibe to it. Oh my gosh, it's so addictive. I can't stop smelling it. And when I wear this, I keep respraying it, which you shouldn't because you don't need to. These are very dangerous actually, the addictive fragrances. You will like constantly spray it again and again because it's like the blast you're getting, whiff you're getting from yourself is not enough almost, like because you want to smell it, you want to eat it, you want to absorb it or something, you know what I mean? So be careful with these addictive fragrances. You'll end up overspraying. You don't want to be one of those people who bathe in fragrances like this and, you know, like announcing to it's not an attractive thing. Don't follow that type of example. That's not a proper way to do fragrances. I did a video telling you how the best way to wear fragrances and make them last the longest. If you missed that video, check it out. Okay, you guys, those are my most addictive, just gorgeous fragrances from my collection that I can't stop sniffing, I can't stop loving, I can't stop spraying. Even when I'm not wearing them, I come to my display, I stop and I sniff them and I can't put them down. So that's why they're addictive. So if I ever were addicted to anything, it would be fragrances and beauty stuff, makeup and all that. And this must be how drug addicts feel about drugs, right? The way I feel about addictive fragrances, and maybe you to yours. Now, please tell me what your most addictive fragrances that you've ever smelled are. It would be very interesting to know what other people find addictive, right? Let me know down in the comment section. I really appreciate it when you guys share your thoughts because that way I know what you're thinking, and it also helps my channel actually with the engagement. And not to mention, I love the conversation with you guys. I always like to share my passion with you and for you to share yours, which is a shared passion for everything that smells good. Okay, so you guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Really helps me grow this community, and ring the notification bell because subscribing is no longer enough. YouTube is making this very hard for creators, and they've started this new crazy thing where they automatically unsubscribe my subbies who've been messaging me and telling me that YouTube's been just unsubscribing them out of nowhere, just like without asking or anything like that. So make sure to check that you're still subscribed to me if you already have. Yes, ring the notification bell. If you don't, you will never know that I uploaded because subscribing isn't enough to let you know anymore. you had to let YouTube know in 500 different ways. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram and other social media. And of course, hop on over to my other channel, my luxury makeup and beauty channel, Cleo Luxe Life, where I just uploaded the best of the best of the best makeup from 2024 video. And I'm about to upload the full review and daylight application of the new Dior Spring 2025 makeup collection. Okay, so you guys, I will see you in my next video.